yum, yum. Here's my take or twist on shrimp and grits. What I did was I took bagged cauliflower, put a little cream in there, just a little bit, put it on low, and there you go. I had leftover mashed potatoes from our dinner. Yum, yum. What to do with them? I can make potato cakes, but this is what I'm going to do. I usually, when I make cauliflower mash, I add some potato in with it, just for the structure of it. So I want to get about half potato and half of the cauliflower. So let's see. And I'm in a plastic bowl for a reason, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And that looks about half, right? Okay, so we're going to throw an egg in, just like I do with when I make my potato cakes. And it just adds a little richness, but it can be like a binder as well. I minced up, because I don't want them too big. Whoops, my hand's in the way. Not a pro, sorry. Little red or purple onion, you can call it what you like. I call them yummy. So I would put a little bit more salt in than usual, but the potatoes already have salt. So this is a little kiss of salt just for the cauliflower that will be coming up in a minute. Okay, now I gotta mix this up. I thought I could use my little hamburger smasher guy, but it isn't perfect, you know? So after the cauliflower is cooked, I add it in so it's real soft, in other words. And the liquid has cooked down a little bit, you know. Let me do this another way so you can see it a little bit better. Here, I'll put the camera up. There we go. Okay, so see, there's not much milk in there now, but we're gonna need that, okay? Just a little bit. And I did use heavy cream, but I had it on low. All right. And once again, I tried my hamburger masher. I was thinking, okay, that cauliflower is pretty soft, but nah. And you know what, guys? I like a little bit of, not toothiness certainly, but when I make cauliflower mash, it is very much blended in the food processor. But when I do the potato thing like this, I don't mind a little bit of bite from my cauliflower. But I am gonna mix it up, even with the mixer. If you don't use the food processor, you're gonna get little bits of the cauliflower, and that's okay, all right? So let me mix this up, bear with me. Get the sides first. This is why I use a plastic bowl, okay? And just one more minute in this. It doesn't take long, and I'm showing you the whole time I mix it, just to show you this really doesn't take long, okay? If I broke away with the camera, and you would never know if it's 15 minutes or 2 minutes, but it's more like just a minute that I did this. Okay, that's pretty good right there. All right, get that ready and give it a stir around the edges. See, the little bits of onion are still in there, and it's got some body to it. It's not gonna go anywhere. All right, and if I was too soupy, I could add a little bit more potato in. Let me taste it, just to see if I do need more salt. But no, darling, it is really good, just like that. And you can sneak those vegetables in, those potatoes for the kids, like I say. Okay, now we need something to go with this. And so we're gonna fry up a little bit of shrimp. I do like the extra large or jumbo or super jumbo, ginormous, whatever the has. And I like the raw, okay? And these ones are deveined and tail on. That little number, that denotes how many shrimp are in 1 pound. Now, I did thaw them, and I tried to dry them, but I'm going to put them a single layer and then dry them further with a paper towel on both sides. That'll hold the spices. Now, what spices should we use? We're going to use a stainless steel pan, just like they have in the restaurants, and we'll use olive oil and butter. But I want to show you something. These ones, like I said, are deveined and peeled, but the tail's on. Now, you can take the tail off. It's simple. Just pinch it. Comes right off. I saved these, but I already have enough in the freezer. See, I put them in this little container, and then I can use them for shrimp stock, like that. Or I give 1 or 2 to my cats. Okay, time to get this pan hot. I like it kind of raging hot before I put any oil in, too. Especially if you're just gonna sear something really fast, like a steak or shrimp. Now in here, there's the olive oil, but I had dried shallots, so I rehydrated them, if you will, and put them in the olive oil for a minute. Here's our shrimp. This is how I'm gonna season them this time. Really pretty elementary stuff. Old Bay, as you know, is like, synonymous with seafood of a lot of different kinds. Certainly shrimp. This is a little different, but you just use the spices that you like. It could be Cajun, it could be taco, I don't know. Whatever you want in your pantry that you have. And then I am gonna put a little garlic salt on them. I don't wanna put my big chunky Himalayan salt on there. I'll just use some garlic salt a little bit. And I think our skillet's gonna be pretty hot by now, so let's check that out. Alrighty. It's gonna be good, y'all. Okay, I gotta go get something, of course. I always forget. I needed this little thing to put the oil in. And the shallots are in there. And a little dab, if you will, of butter. I use real butter for pretty much everything. Alexa, dismiss. That would be for my vitamins. Oh, Alexa, stop. Now, everybody watching this, your Alexa devices would go off, right? So swirl the oil butter mixture around. And I like it to get up on the sides a little bit. Then I'm gonna add the shrimp. These will not take long, everybody. Okay, put one in, just I like test it. And what am I thinking using these tongs? I like to use my hands, just get this in. By the time I go around the horn and get these all in, I'm not kidding you, it'll probably be time to turn the first ones. And you don't like to crowd your pan. I'm not sure if these are gonna fit or not, we'll see. It's gonna be close. But the oil needs swirled around a little bit. Okay, let's get some in the middle. Yeah, I have a little bit too many here. So we'll do them in 2 batches. No biggie, right? Okay, now, by the time I got those in, I want you to see something. See, the first one, I think that was the first one I put in. I think it's just about ready to turn already. Okay, and I'm on medium-high heat now, because that skillet really was hot. Yep, and just like a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each side. You don't want them to curl up and get all hard. You want them to be cooked, but still very tender. Just like in a restaurant. And that's why I like to buy the raw shrimp. I don't like to buy the already cooked shrimp in a pack in the frozen section. I used to do that for years, and they never tasted like a restaurant. I was showing you that one to show you how the little shallots are like clinging on to the shrimp. Boy, that's a little extra burst of flavor. And this skillet really is hot. I mean, the heat's coming up around it. I should have used longer tongs. Okay, almost done. Almost there. So I better get a plate, and it has a little moisture on it. So I'm gonna make sure it's dry. You don't want them to steam anymore. I'm gonna get those all out. Okay, and here we go. Cook the rest of it. You have 2 vegetables. You have potatoes and cauliflower in the mash. You also have some broccoli steamed, and there's our shrimp. And I like to present it like that. I think it looks kind of pretty. So I hope you'll try it, even if you just try the mash. Manja!